So today we are going to learn a very important topic of quantity survey, and that is approximate estimate. In today's lecture we are going to solve a numerical based on approximate estimate with the help of plinth area method. In today's class we are going to find out the approximate estimate for RCC frame structure. So first of all we will read the numerical, and from it we will extract the necessary data. So the numerical states that prepare an approximate estimate for G+4 RCC building, where building consists of 6 flats on each floor and each flat has a carpet area of 110 meters square. Assume the cost of construction of superstructure as rupees 10,000 per meter square. So considering this data, we have to calculate the approximate cost or preliminary estimate of RCC frame structure. So first of all we will gather the data which is given to us. So the first type of data that we need to extract is what type of structure is given to us. So type of structure is RCC. So next data which is given to us is number of floors. So number of floors are G+4, and that is 5 numbers. It states that building consists of 6 flats on each floor. So number of flats on each floor is 6. So total number of flats will be 5 into 6, that is 30 numbers. Next type of data which is given to us is carpet area of each flat. So carpet area of each flat is 110 meter square, and cost of construction of superstructure is given as 10,000 rupees per meter square of plinth area. So once we have gathered the necessary data, next thing that we have to do is go for the solution part of it. So solution, as we are going to use a plinth area method for calculating the preliminary estimate or approximate estimate, we have to calculate the plinth area first. So plinth area is calculated from carpet area, area occupied by walls and columns, and circulation area. The carpet area is given to us. For RCC frame structure, area occupied by walls and columns is approximately 10% of plinth area. Here we are denoting plinth area as PA. A circulation area is divided into two parts. First is horizontal circulation area, and next is vertical circulation area, where the horizontal circulation area involves the passages and lobbies, whereas vertical circulation area involves the staircase and the lifts. So for RCC frame structure, horizontal circulation area is considered as 15% of the total plinth area, and vertical circulation area is considered as 5% of a total plinth area. So if we consider a circulation area, the overall 20% of a plinth area is considered for circulation. So from this particular equation or from this particular relationship, we have to calculate the plinth area. Here a carpet area is given to us for one floor. So we have to calculate the carpet area for a particular building. So carpet area for a particular building will be 5 number of floors into 6 number of flats, that is total flats are 30, and for 30 flats we have a carpet area of 110 meters square. So 30 into 110, this will provide us with the total carpet area in meter square, whereas the area occupied by walls and column is 10% of a plinth area. So this will be 10% of a plinth area, and circulation area is 20% of a plinth area. So this plinth area we will denote it as PA. So once if we solve this particular equation, this PA works out to be 3300 divided by 0.7. So this particular plinth area works out to be 4714.2857 meter square. So as we are calculating the estimate by using plinth area method, we will try to find out the cost or estimate using it. So estimate is nothing but equal to quantity into rate. So we have a quantity in terms of plinth area and we have a rate in terms of the cost per unit of a plinth area. So quantity is 4714.2857 meter square and the rate is 10,000 rupees per meter square of plinth area. So if we multiply these two, meter square will get cancelled and we will get the estimate, or I can say it as the cost of a particular building. So this is nothing but the cost of superstructure. So it works out to be 4,71,42,857.14 rupees. So once we have calculated the cost of construction of a superstructure, the next thing that we have to calculate is cost of construction of a substructure. So cost of construction of a substructure, we consider it as approximately equal to 20% of cost of construction of superstructure. 20% of cost of construction of superstructure. So if we see over here, cost of construction of superstructure is 4,71,42,857 and 20% of it will work out to be 94,28,571.43. So the total cost of construction, total cost of construction of a structure works out to be the cost of construction of superstructure plus cost of construction of substructure. So 4,71,42,857 plus 94,28,571.43 works out to be 5,65,71,428.57 rupees. So after completion of construction of substructure and superstructure, we have to provide some services as well. So the next step is to calculate the cost for providing services. and this services includes the services like water supply, sanitation, electrification works, as well as some cost needs to be taken out for architectural expenses and some miscellaneous charges. So for provision of water supply, we need to take a certain amount in a reserve. This amount will be useful to tap water from a straight pipeline within a distance of 5 meters from a property line, and the water needs to be stored in an overhead water tank or an underground water tank, and for this amount equivalent to 5% of the total cost of construction of a structure is taken into reserves. So for water supply, the amount equivalent to 5% of 5,65,71,428 rupees will be taken and kept as a reserve. So 5% of 5 crores will turn out to be 28,28,571 rupees. Similarly, for sanitary services, the amount equivalent to 5% of the total cost of construction of a structure should be kept in a reserve. So 5% of 5,65,71,428 will again work out to be 28,28,571.43 rupees. For electrification work, amount equivalent to 9% of the total cost of construction of a structure is kept in a reserve, and this amount works out to be 50,91,428.57 rupees. For architectural expenses, when we take the architectural support from the architectural consultant, the amount equivalent to 1% of the total cost of construction of a structure will be kept in a reserve, and 1% of this particular amount, that is 5,65,71,428, works out to be 5,65,714.29 rupees. For other miscellaneous services, the amount equivalent to 5% of the total cost of construction of a structure is kept in a reserve, and this amount again works out to be 28,28,571.43 rupees. So the total cost of providing the services will be the cost of water supply plus cost of sanitary work plus electrification, architectural expenses and miscellaneous services. So total cost of provision of services will be water supply works plus sanitary services plus electrification plus architectural expenses plus miscellaneous services. So this total works out to be 1,41,42,857.14 rupees. So total cost of, so overall cost of construction of a project of the project will be nothing but equal to a total cost of construction of a structure plus total cost of provision of a services. So cost of structure plus services, so which will be nothing but equal to 5,65,71,000 plus 1,41,42,000, and this works out to be 7,07,42,000 14,285.71 rupees. So the next step is, after provision of services, the next step is we have to consider some charges for contingencies, work charge establishment, and tools and plants and machineries. So there are three aspects to it. The first is contingency, second is work charge establishment, and the third is tools and plants and machineries. So what are basically these contingencies? Contingencies are nothing but the incidental expenses which cannot be reasonably predicted during the preparation of estimate. So these are nothing but for some accidents or mishap or some damages which may occur during a construction process which cannot be reasonably predicted while planning and estimating. So for such mishaps or for some accidents, we have to consider a 5% of the overall cost of construction of a project to be kept in a reserve. Why this 5% is on the overall cost? Because this contingencies or this mishaps can happen while constructing a structure as well, and while constructing or providing the services as well. So these contingencies of 5% are on the overall cost, which includes the construction of structure plus provision of services. So 5% of this 7,14,285 will work out to be 35,35,714.29 rupees. The next point we are going to discuss is work charge establishment. This includes the temporary establishment as to be provided for execution of a particular project. So this work charge staff includes the persons which are related to a supervision of a particular work, and it does not involve the typist and draftsmen of a particular organization. It just includes the supervisors or technical persons which are there for execution of a particular project. So this work charge establishment, as per CPWD, norms, we have to provide 2 to 2.5% for a particular project, and while providing the cost for plants and machineries, as per CPWD, we have to consider 1% of the overall cost of the project. But as you can see, for work charge establishment or supervision of a particular project and provision of tools and plants and machineries, 2 to 2.5% and 1% of overall cost of the project will be negligible. We will consider 10% for a combination of work charge establishment and tools and plants and machineries, and this 10% of 7,714,285 works out to be 70,71,428.57 rupees. So the grand total or the approximate estimate or a preliminary estimate of this particular project will be overall cost of the construction of a project, which will involve the cost of construction of structure plus cost of providing a services plus cost of contingencies plus work charge establishment plus cost required for tools and plants and machineries. So this grand total or the approximate estimate works out to be 8 crores 13 lakh 21,428 0.57 rupees, which involves the overall cost of construction of a project, that is 7 crore 7 lakh rupees plus 35 lakh plus this 70 lakhs. So it works out to be 8 crore 13 lakh 21,428.57 rupees.